Hello and welcome to this full body yoga stretch. If you have a yoga strap handy, go ahead and grab that now. There will be an option to use it towards the end of class. We're going to begin in a comfortable seated position, dropping your fingertips outside your hips, and then dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. Option to bring your right arm up and overhead, using your hand to gently pull that right ear down closer towards the right shoulder. The further that you walk your left fingertips out, the more of a stretch you'll feel through the left side of the neck here. Gently release your head, coming back through center, and then drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Again, option to sweep that left arm up and overhead, using your hand to gently pull your left ear closer towards your left shoulder. The further out that you walk your fingertips, the more of a stretch you'll feel all through the right side of your neck. Breathe. Gently release your head, rolling it back through center and finding some half neck rolls here. So tucking your chin toward your chest and then rolling your head over to one side and then rolling back through center and to the other side. Just finding some gentle, slow movements here through the neck. Continuing to move and breathe however feels good. Come back through center, plant your right hand down on the mat and sweep your left arm up and overhead, getting a side body stretch on the left, keeping your weight evenly grounded through both hips here. Gently come back up through center, planting your left hand down on the mat, right arm sweeps up and overhead, getting an opposite side body stretch, again keeping your hips evenly grounded. Come back up through center, sweep both arms up and overhead, palms come together, and then take a twist to your right. So left hand comes to your knee, right hand is planted behind you. With each inhale, grow slightly taller through the spine, and with each exhale, twist slightly deeper, gazing over that right shoulder. Inhale, back through center, arms sweep up and overhead, palms touch, twisting to your left. Right hand to your knee, left hand plants behind you for support. Again, with each inhale, finding a little bit of length through the spine, and with each exhale, twisting deeper, gazing over that left shoulder. Untwist, come back through center, sweep both arms up overhead, and then exhale, bend at the elbows, taking cactus arms, lifting the chest and gaze. Sweep your arms up, palms touch, slide your palms down through heart center, and then begin to make your way to your hands and knees for tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and begin to find your cat-cow flow. So inhale, chest sinks, gaze and tailbone lift. Exhale, press the mat away from you, rounding through the spine, tucking your chin and tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. Letting your breath initiate your movement, finding your flow, moving with your breath. Come back to a neutral spine, plant your left hand in the center of the mat, sweep your right arm up overhead, and then exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left. Option to extend your left arm straight out overhead for a deeper variation. Settling in, breathing here. feeling that stretch through the right shoulder, the right side of the neck. Plant your left hand in near your face, press into the palm and sweep your right arm up, and then let it float back down to the mat to meet the left. Extend your right leg out to the side and sink your hips back towards your left heel, extending both arms overhead for a one-legged child's pose variation, letting your head and neck hang heavy here. Feeling the stretch through the right leg, breathing here. Begin to walk your hands in towards your body, coming up onto your left knee. Right hand comes to your right leg, left arm sweeps up and overhead, side body stretch. Inhale back through center, left hand down, right arm sweeps up and overhead, getting an opposite side stretch here. Come back down through center, shifting your hips back towards your left heel, coming back through that one-legged child's pose, arms extended out long in front of you. Rock yourself up into the palms of your hands and then come back into your tabletop position, finding a couple more rounds of cat-cow, just resetting the spine back to neutral. Good. Come back to a flat back. Plant your right hand in the center of the mat. Sweep your left arm up and then exhale, thread that left arm underneath your right. Coming down onto the left side of the head. Option to extend your right arm straight out overhead for a deeper variation. Feeling a stretch through the left side of the neck and the left shoulder. Breathing here, settling in for a few moments. Plant your right hand in near your face, press into your palm, lift that left arm up, and then let it float back down to the mat. Extend your left leg out to the side, shift your hips back towards your right heel, extend your arms straight out in front of you, one-legged child's pose. Letting your head and neck hang heavy, feeling that stretch through the left leg. Begin to walk your hands in towards your body, coming up onto your right knee. Left hand to your left leg, right arm sweeps up and overhead, getting a side body stretch on the right. Inhale back through center, right hand down, left arm sweeps up and overhead, side body stretch on the left. Back through center, shifting your hips back onto that right heel, coming back through that one-legged child's pose variation, just as a brief transition here before rocking back up onto the palms of your hands, coming back into your tabletop position. Begin to walk your hands forward and sink your chest down towards the mat, coming into puppy pose. Forehead is reaching down for the mat. Option to lift your gaze and rest your chin on the mat for a deeper variation. Feeling a deep stretch through the chest and shoulders here. Breathe, settling into the stretch. Gently begin to come up, walking your hands in back to your tabletop position. Toes tuck, lift your hips and tailbone high, downward facing dog. In your downward dog, begin to pedal out your feet, so dropping one heel down towards the mat and bending the opposite knee, and then switching sides. So just pedaling out, getting a deep stretch through the backs of the legs. Finding stillness in your downward dog, peek forward between your hands and step your right foot forward, coming down onto the back knee. Untuck the toes, lift your chest and gaze, and then reach both hands up towards the ceiling, pressing your hips down towards the mat, feeling a deep stretch through the left hip flexor. Hands down, framing the foot, shift your hips back towards your heels, straightening out that right leg, getting a hamstring stretch here. Inhale, sink forward back to your low lunge, chest and gaze lift, reaching both hands up towards the ceiling, pressing your hips down, and then hands down, framing the foot, shift your hips back, straighten that right leg, half splits. Begin to come forward back into your low lunge, fingertips framing the foot, and coming into pigeon pose. So dropping your right knee down towards your right wrist, finding length through the spine, and then begin to fold forward over that front leg, letting your entire upper body relax, feeling a deep stretch through the outer right hip. Sending the breath into that hip, settling in here for a few moments. Slow, deep breaths. A couple more breaths here in your pigeon. Gently begin to walk your hands in, coming out of your pigeon. Swing that left leg around, keeping it extended out long in front of you. Bring the sole of your right foot to your inner left thigh. Square your hips off towards that straight left leg. Lengthen through the spine. Reach both hands up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward over that straight left leg. Option to grab your yoga strap, lasso it around your left foot, and then use that strap to pull your upper body over that left leg, getting a deeper stretch through that hamstring. With each inhale, find a little bit of length. Each exhale, fold a little deeper over that leg. Good. Release your strap if you used it. Roll back up to a straight spine, and then just take a gentle twist to your right. So left hand comes to your right knee, right hand behind you, gazing over that right shoulder. Unravel your twist, swing your legs around to the side, and make your way back to your downward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, head and neck are heavy, hips lifted high. From your downward dog, take a peek forward between your hands and step that left foot forward, coming down onto your back knee. Untuck your toes, chest and gaze lifted, and then reach both hands high towards the ceiling, low lunge. Hands come down and frame the foot. Shift your hips back towards your heels, straightening out that left leg for your half splits, getting a deep hamstring stretch. On an inhale, sink forward to your low lunge, chest and gaze lift, reaching both hands up. And And then hands down, framing the foot. Shift your hips back towards your heels, straightening out that left leg, hamstring stretch. Good. Come forward, back into your low lunge, framing that foot with your fingertips, coming into pigeon. So bringing your left knee towards your left wrist, finding length through the spine here at first before reclining forward. Let your entire upper body relax, sending the breath to that outer left hip. Feeling a deep stretch here. Slow, deep breaths, settling in. Continuing to breathe, a few more breaths. When you're ready, gently begin to come out of the pose, walking yourself back up. Swing that right leg around, extend it straight out long in front of you. Sole of your left foot to your inner right thigh. Inhale, reach both hands up, lengthen through the spine, and then hinge from the hips as you fold forward, getting a hamstring stretch here. Again, option to use your yoga strap, lasso it around the sole of your foot, and then use it to get deeper into the stretch, pulling your upper body over that straight right leg. Again, with each inhale, see if you can lengthen a little bit through the spine, and with each exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Carefully roll yourself back up to a straight spine and take a gentle twist to your left. Right hand comes to your knee, left hand plants behind you, tall through the spine, gazing over the left shoulder. Unravel from your twist, extend both legs straight out long in front of you. Ground down through both sit bones, lengthen through the spine, reach both hands up, hinge at the hips, and fold forward. You can use your yoga strap again here, lassoing it around the soles of your feet, using it to get deeper into this forward fold. Let your breath be your guide as you find length on each inhale and fold deeper on each exhale. Try to let your head, neck, and upper body remain relaxed in the stretch. Roll yourself back up to a straight spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Release your strap off to the side if you used it. Plant the soles of your feet on the mat, shift your hips forward, and then slowly roll down all the way onto your back. Preparing to come into happy baby pose. So bringing your hands in between your legs, grabbing the outer edges of your feet, spreading your knees out wide, pulling your knees down in towards your armpits, opening up through the hips. Option to find stillness or begin to rock side to side. Enjoying this deep hip opening stretch. Release your feet and hug your knees in towards your chest. Keep your left knee hugged in, extend your right leg out long, and then twist to your right, extending that left arm out to the side. Gaze over those left fingers or letting your eyes close here, settling into the supine spinal twist. Feeling this stretch in the lower back. Breathe. Slowly untwisting, hugging both knees back into your chest and switching sides. So keeping your right knee hugged in as you extend your left leg out long. Twisting to your right. Right arm extends out to the side, gaze over the right fingertips, or letting your eyes close here. Sending the breath into the lower back. Enjoying the supine spinal twist. Undo your twist. Hug both knees back into your chest and then lift your upper body, drawing your forehead towards your knees for a deeper knee hug. When you're ready, release your knees and let both legs extend out long. Arms rest by your sides. Letting go of any breathing efforts, any muscular efforts. Finding a final resting pose, shavasana. Take a moment to scan your body from the crown of your head all the way down to your feet, noticing how your body feels, where you've created space, letting your entire body melt into the mat for the next few moments. When you're ready, stretch out long, pointing your toes, reaching your arms up overhead, full body stretch. Hug your knees in towards your chest, rolling over onto your side, making your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Ground down through the sit bones, lengthen through the spine, and sweep both arms up overhead. Palms come together at the top. Exhale, slide them down through heart center. Again, sweep both arms up overhead. Palms come together. Exhale, slide those palms down through heart center. This time, bowing your head with gratitude, thanking yourself for showing up to your mat today. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing this full body yoga stretch with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back in the next class soon.